What if we funneled Niagara Falls through a straw? This question comes from one of our viewers. What if we funneled Niagara Falls through a straw? At first, it sounds absurd. A straw is for soda, maybe for milkshakes if you're feeling ambitious. Niagara Falls, on the other hand, is a roaring torrent of water so powerful it rattles the ground. Combining the two feels like asking if you can catch a hurricane with a butterfly net. But let's not dismiss it. Let's lean in, take it seriously, and see what happens if we try. Attempt 1. The ordinary straw. Picture yourself standing at the edge of the falls with nothing but a regular drinking straw. You stick it in the water and try to funnel the entire waterfall through it. Instantly, the straw would collapse, crumple, and be swept away in the blink of an eye. The waterfall wouldn't even notice. It would be like trying to stop a stampede with a toothpick. Clearly, the ordinary straw fails. But this is what if. We don't stop at the obvious answer. Attempt 2. The giant straw fine. If one straw isn't enough, let's make it bigger. Imagine a straw taller than a skyscraper, wider than a highway. It stretches from the riverbed to the sky like some ridiculous plumbing experiment. Surely that could handle it, right? Well, not really, because Niagara Falls isn't just about size, it's about energy. The force behind that water would hammer against the inside of the straw like an endless earthquake. The whole structure would twist, buckle, and explode into pieces. The waterfall would tear it apart before it even had a chance to do its job. So, the giant straw doesn't save us either. Attempt 3. Millions of straws. Alright then, if one giant straw fails, what if we used millions of little ones? Imagine a carpet of straws stretching from one side of the river to the other like some bizarre art project. Each straw doing its tiny share, all together funneling the waterfall. It's a clever idea. But the reality? It's chaos. The water would smash them flat, sweep them downstream, and scatter them across the countryside. The falls don't care how many straws you bring. They'd all be gone in seconds. Attempt 4. Taming the falls. Maybe the problem isn't the straw, maybe it's the waterfall itself. What if we tamed it, built a massive dam upstream, slowed the water, and fed it into our straw bit by bit? Technically, that would work. A straw can handle a trickle if you reduce the flow enough. But here's the catch. If you dam Niagara Falls, it's no longer Niagara Falls. You've destroyed the very thing that makes it magnificent, the untamed power of all that water crashing down at once. Instead of a wonder of the world, you'd have a very expensive faucet. So yes, it works, but it ruins the point. The straw cannon. But let's be stubborn. Let's imagine that somehow, through magic or alien technology, we did funnel Niagara Falls into one indestructible straw. What would come out the other end? Not a gentle stream. Not even a fire hose. You'd have created a water jet cannon so powerful it could blast through rock, tear apart buildings, and shred the landscape like tissue paper. The roar would drown out everything for miles. It wouldn't be a waterfall anymore. It would be a continuous explosion. Point it at the ground, and you'd carve a canyon deeper than the Grand Canyon in hours. Aim it at the sky, and you'd launch a column of steam and spray so high it might brush the edge of space. You wouldn't just be redirecting a waterfall, you'd be wielding one of the most destructive weapons Earth has ever seen. The reality check. Of course, none of this can actually happen. The first straw breaks, the giant straw shatters, the millions of straws scatter, and the dam idea, while possible, defeats the spirit of the question. The truth is that nature plays on a scale so vast that our tools, no matter how clever, look like toys in comparison. But that's exactly what makes this thought experiment so fascinating. By trying to squeeze Niagara Falls into something as silly as a straw, we get a glimpse of just how immense natural forces really are. The lesson: a straw is strong enough for a soda, maybe even a thick milkshake if you're patient. But for Niagara Falls, not a chance. And yet, in asking the question, we uncover something bigger. Waterfalls, rivers, storms, oceans. These aren't just scenery. They're reminders that the planet is constantly moving titanic amounts of energy, far beyond anything we can control. So next time you stand at Niagara Falls or even sip through a straw, remember, human inventions are clever, but nature is colossal. And some things, like trying to funnel a waterfall through a straw, are better left as questions than attempts.